Ukrainian forces are believed to have launched the next wave of its counteroffensive in the southeast of the country, amid reports of a major mechanized attack in Zaporizhia Oblast around the towns of Orkiv and Robotyne. It follows NATO supplying ammunition and equipment to Ukraine, as well as training troops, ahead of a push. The Institute for the Study of War think tank noted a significant mechanized counteroffensive operation on the Zaporizhia front that appeared to have broken through certain pre-prepared Russian defensive positions south of Orkiv, north of Robotyne. The southern front is one of the two main areas of Ukraine's counteroffensive operations that have been ongoing since early June, the other being around Bakhmut in the east of the country. Foreign observers and officials have suggested the actions may be probing operations designed to stretch Russian defenders and identify weak points. Western and Ukrainian officials suggested that the attacks towards Robotyne mark an inflection in Ukraine's counteroffensive effort, the ISW said. Inflection in this context refers to a point of potential change in the shape, scale, intensity of the ongoing operation. President Volodymyr Zelensky, meanwhile, said on Wednesday on Telegram he had met with Armed Forces Commander General Valery Zaluzhny to discuss the offensive. "We believe in our boys," he said. "We continue to work." The southern front had long been touted as a likely location for Ukraine's counteroffensive, which could imperil the land corridor of Kremlin-occupied Ukrainian territory that stretches from northern Crimea to the western border of Russia. Gaining that land was one of Moscow's most notable successes during 17 months of hard fighting. The corridor is also the backbone of the Novorossiya New Russia project, a historic Russian ambition of conquering a swath of southern Ukraine. However, the land corridor is less than 100 miles wide at most points. Ukrainian success on the Zaporizhia front could open the door to the liberation of Melitopol, one of the largest Ukrainian cities still held by Moscow's forces and a key hub for command and logistics in the region. Ivan Fedorov, the exiled mayor Melitopol, has said that Russian forces have been preparing the city for a siege for several months, all the while trying and failing to suppress local partisan and Ukrainian intelligence operations. A deep advance into the land corridor might also imperil Crimea, the jewel in Putin's neo-Tsarist crown. Reaching the Sea of Azov coast would allow Kiev's forces to cut land supply to and bombard key military sites on the peninsula, as well as hindering Russian shipping in the large body of water. The Ukrainian flag is unlikely to soon be flying again over Melitopol, Berdyansk, or Mariupol. However, Kiev's forces still need to exploit their reported early counteroffensive gains and break through multiple layers of Russian defenses, complicated by vast minefields and formidable strongpoints. Ukraine's armed forces have claimed another day of significant losses for the Russian military, as Kiev's troops continue their multi-pronged counteroffensive operation in the south and east of the country and seek a decisive breakthrough of enemy defensive lines. The Ukrainian military's Friday update reported another 560 Russian soldiers lost, for a total of 244,830 claimed since Moscow's full-scale invasion of the country began on February 24, 2022. Among other Russian losses reported by Kiev from the past 24 hours of combat were 4 tanks for a total of 4,190, 14 armored combat vehicles for a total of 8,161, 30 artillery systems for a total of 4,775, 1 anti-aircraft platform for a total of 458, and 11 UAVs for a total of 4,007. Andriy Zagoranyuk, who served as Ukraine's defense minister from 2019 to 2020 and now advises the country's defense ministry, told Newsweek that regardless of high Russian losses, Moscow still has reserves to respond to fresh Ukrainian drives. The Russians do have reserves. They always have reserves, Zagoranyuk explained. No army can have no reserves. This is not possible. They must have reserves. This is according to their doctrine. The question is about the quality of those reserves, the quantity also, but particularly the quality, Zagoranyuk added. I don't think they are high, as such. However, we cannot underestimate them.